Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Antonimo Bay, looking at a mystery lot that I bought off of eBay. I paid $73 for it. It had 0 pictures to show me what it was in, or what we were getting, and it was 250 issues, basically a whole long box. He actually sent me an entire long box with comics full of it. There's just a little bit of padding on the end. And I'm gonna have to say, this is probably one of the most disappointing lots of comics that I've ever gotten for a mystery lot. Just not crazy about any of the books. I mean, there's a few gems in there, but really, for 30 cents a piece, roughly, not so great of books. So, in honor of that, my special guest action figures today are Nia Jax and Nia Jax dual Nias. Because if you watch WWE, you know she's pretty awful. And it's not, I'm not going to say that these are all like terrible stinker, scrappy, independent, junky books. Okay, Witchblade is good. But there's just, usually I'm impressed with a lot of them that I get. Like most of the time I buy a lot, even a big lot, I'm usually happy with most of it. That looks cool. And that's Adventure Time. I totally would have bought that. If I'd have seen that in the bin, I'd have bought that. But a lot of these I would have just passed on. I mean, they're just not... That looks good. That's got a good cover. Some old Green Arrow. And I'm not trying to like be down on modern comics. I'm just not a huge fan of them. And there's a lot of moderns in here. I like that. That looks really creepy. Which, by the way, if you see something in here that's like, oh no, don't hate that book, that's a really great book, that's not bad. Issue of Punisher, that's probably alright. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Usually if it's from Oni Press, I'm not too... I'm at least open to it. Oni usually makes some pretty good stuff. But... you know, if you see something in here as I'm flipping through them that you're just like, oh, that's a really great book, give it a chance. Grendel I know is good. So I got a couple issues of Grendel, that's good. The Mechanic looks good, that's a really thick, almost a trade looking book. Star Wars Bounty Hunters, the Aura Singh, that's got to be good. I don't know what that is. Looks like High Impact lingerie book. I think I already have one of those. I think it was in the Bad Girls video. But like I said, if you see something in here that just is amazing, let me know. These actually look amazing. The Colonized Zombies versus Aliens. That actually sounds good. Don't know what that is. An old Wildstorm comic. That Ninjax cover is awesome. I do always appreciate getting issues of Rising Stars. Damsels, Mermaid. Okay, I do generally like Damsels books. Another issue of that Zombies, Aliens, whatchamacallit. Looks pretty good. Gen 13 bootleg. Usually take an issue of Gen 13. And for some reason, even though they're not very good, I do appreciate getting that early weird image stuff. It's hard to read, but it's colorful. I love the covers. That's a really weird Grendel cover. I dig both those covers. I don't know why there's a lightsaber in Grendel, but Savage Henry is a dorky independent comic that I've actually read before, so it's kind of nice to see that one again. Rising Stars, I always take Rising Stars. I always appreciate that. Chicksaw Adventures, I don't know what that is. Witchblade, Witchblade is always good. Glad to have Witchblade. Don't know what that is. I don't know how I feel about New Valiant. I like Old Valiant. New Valiant just doesn't grab me like Old Valiant does, so okay, that's good. And any issue of Tick, that's always great. Another issue of The Cape, 1969. Grim Tales of Terror. Dollface, that looks pretty good actually. I don't know what that is. Looks kind of messed up. Paper Girls is good. I think I read that series once. I borrowed it from a friend. Drywall and Oswald show. That looks quirky. I could dig that. True Bloods. I know it's a show, but I kind of phased out on the vampire phase like after Buffy got over, and I don't know who's still watching it. I mean, there's Twilight, but whatever. That's kind of not my thing. Bodies, more bodies. Knockout's a pretty cool book. Hunter, don't know what that is. Fables, I think I remember that book. That's not bad. Don't know what that is. Doom Patrol, another old issue of Doom Patrol. Spaceman, Kid Eternity, American Splendor. Let me pull these down. Ever so gently place them back in their provided long box that was sent. And we'll keep going and see what we got here. And you know, maybe I'm just being too harsh on this lot, but okay, Miracle Man is always good stuff. Howard the Duck is good stuff. I don't know what that is. FMF. High Shrining Brass. More Grendel Tales. Okay, there's a pretty good pile of Grendel in here, so that's not so bad. Maybe I'm being a little hard on this set. But I'm used to like getting a set and you'll get like a stack of, I don't know, some Copper Age Marvel, and you know, even if it's in rougher shape, I would rather have some like early 80s rougher shape books than I would all modern stuff. Another issue of Damsels. Crossed. Music Box. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Okay, I love Jennifer Love Hewitt. I did not know she made comics. I will count those as a thumbs up. Crimson Nun. Great cover. Weird little comic from Anarctic Press, but I already have it. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is or that is. Don't know what that is. I've never been a fan of DC Vertigo titles. And it looks like I got a lot of those in here. Witching. Wolfman #1. Or Wolf Moon #1. Changing Man. Changing Man. Don't know what that is. Man, it's not often I can find this many comics totally out of my wheelhouse. That's a cool cover. I like that. That throws it back. Death Mask. It's just stuff I'm not familiar with. And I'm okay with, I love stuff I'm not familiar with, don't get me wrong. But I like older stuff I'm not familiar with. And some of this just does not look good. Hardy Boys. That, I will probably crack that one open, definitely. I don't know what that is. But I got several John Woo stuff. Global Frequency. Oh, I got two books stuck together there. Glamour Puss Swimsuit Edition. We've got Girls and Fierce by Rocket Comics. Something called Rebels. Ragnarok. I'm pretty particular about my IDW titles. I don't know, some of their stuff, I'm just not wild about it. See, this is like from my era of comics, old stuff. There's some vampires I recognize. Always dig that. Creed, like Creed. I don't know what that is, but the cover's funny. Gasolina, Lazarus, Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Or that is. Or that is. Like I said, there's some good books in here. Stuff that I really don't hate, but man, there's just so much stuff in here that if it was in a quarter bin, I would pass it over. I would not grab it. And, you know, I guess that's the deal when you buy a blind lot. And I know that. I'm always taking a gamble. But I would say this is the first time I've ever gotten so many books that just were such a disappointment. Alright, I like E-Man. Battlestar Galactica. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but it looks like the Man Thing on the cover. That looks boring. I don't know what that is. And I could just keep saying I don't know what that is. I've either been out of the comic book game of the modern stuff for so long. That's got a nice cover on it anyway. A lot of color. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't appreciate these like modern books. I don't think I bought anything off the comics. I barely bought anything off the comic book stands after 2000 and probably 2001, somewhere in there. I phased out. I was just done with it. And yeah, I don't know what all this stuff is. I guess I'll learn. Young Heroes in Love. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's really good. That's good. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's any good or not. The other thing that with this lot of comics, and this is from the seller. I wasn't really impressed. It told me eBay listed that it arrived. Cat's Eye Dee. I remember these. These were pretty good. It told me that I got the notification that it arrived. Oh, your package has arrived, and it wasn't here. And a couple days went by. I hit the seller up. I was like, hey, do you have any idea what's up? Why does it say it's delivered and it's not here? And I never got any response for days and days and days. And finally, it showed up, and I just said, oh, hey, you know, in case you cared at all, that package finally showed up. And they were like, oh, okay, good. And it's like, well, thanks for all your concern. Thank you very much, Searchlight Comics. They have great prices on a lot of stuff, and I've bought a lot of comics from them. But I just thought their customer service could use much to be desired. Anyway, maybe that partially soured me on why this lot doesn't seem so great. More True Blood. But like I said, to me, this lot just doesn't seem so great. If you're into this type of stuff, I ain't knocking you. It's just not mine, and it looks like I bought the wrong lot because there just ain't much in here that's really turning my trigger. There it is. I shuffled through 250 books as fast as I could. Like I said, if you saw anything in there that was super awesome, shout out in the comments. Let me know and tell me I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong. Oh my gosh, he's stabbing his eye. That is disgusting. Okay, well, anyway, that's my story, and thanks for watching.